Are you looking for a deeper dive into identity and access management? Well, I'll be going even deeper into what it is and why you need it to be able to protect yourself and your organization. Hi there everybody, my name is Matt Beyhl. I'm a security consultant here at Ingram Micro. So you might be starting out fresh on identity and access management, or you might be coming from our 2-minute intro video discussing this topic. So this video will provide a deeper dive into IAM and give you a more in-depth look at the topic. So if you want a quick explanation, I recommend going back and checking out our 2-minute video and then coming back to this video. So let's take a deeper look into identity and access management and learn how it fits in the overall security plan for an organization. So in our 2-minute video, we discussed the core pillars of IAM being password management, alleviating identity silos, securing APIs, and regulation and compliance. So these pillars are accomplished through the following capabilities. So the first is identity federation. This is where we take a single identity and make it available across multiple different domains. An example of this is called bring your own identity. It's like using your Google password to log into multiple sites across the internet. Another way that this is accomplished is through what's called single sign-on, or SSO. RSA and other vendors like Okta provide the ability to log onto a single website, which then you have access to additional sites and technologies. So the next capability is what's called strong authentication. This is where we want to make sure you are who you say you are. And so this is often made up of things like something you have. An example of this could be your RSA key fob, or something you know like a password, or something you are like your fingerprint. So all of this is leveraged through multi-factor authentication. So some of the more advanced technologies will use what's called adaptive authentication, essentially determining which of these authentication methods to use based around the risk for the organization. So now that brings us to account management and provisioning. So this encompasses your account profiles and preferences that help with automation. The account provisioning ensures that user accounts are created or given permissions or changed or disabled or even deleted, and there's automation around this whole process. That the provisioning is when these actions are triggered when information is added or changed to a source system. Now, an example of the source system could be like your HR system. So now that brings us to access control. This is where we're talking about where we have specific policies based around an individual user, or maybe that user is a part of the group, where that group could be like interns or security people or financial members, or that user may have an individual role. So that role may be that they have access to, they're a remote worker, or they have access to individual specific sales tools. And so with that, you have individual policies that are then giving them access to those specific types of technologies. So now we have API and microservice security. So when you're thinking of this, it's usually in the terms of software development. So this is where we're leveraging SSO and multi-factor authentication to make sure people have access to the key solutions and they are who they say they are. So the last capability of IAM is regulatory compliance. So with all the different compliance needs you have regarding PCI, HIPAA, SOX, GDPR, we need to make sure that you're following the full requirements. And so it may mean that you're doing automated reporting, or that the age of individual accounts are aging out at a specific time, or that there are requirements around MFA, or that you've automated provisioning and deprovisioning of users with personnel changes of jobs and roles. So with this, all of those requirements, the list goes on and on and on. And so having a technology like this makes sure that you're following through with all of those different requirements. And having a proper identity and access management solution helps you with that whole process. So, do you want to learn more? Check out our full listing of identity and access management offerings on thesecuritylinecard.com and get in touch with members of our cybersecurity Delta Force. In addition, check out our other videos covering the top trends in cybersecurity in our other toolkits. Again, I'm Matt Beyhl with Ingram Micro. Stay safe and have a great day.